Welcome to the Uzziah Show, where being young, black, and successful is celebrated. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or personal finances, then this is the show for you. So just a quick background for those of y'all that are joining us for the very first time. In 2013, I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. And since that time, I've become a best-selling author, entrepreneur, and real estate investor. And I created this show to help you get to the next level. So if you are joining, welcome. Please leave your name in the comments below with the city that you're from so I can show you a lot of love. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me tonight. Really excited to have y'all on board. Hopefully y'all's week is off to a great start. I'm really looking forward. We're going to talk about how to budget your money in tonight's show. This is a very important topic, okay? As always, I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to have you camming up. I'm going to put out the link so that way we can have some chat. I'm also going to be answering any questions that you may have. And y'all know this platform is all about celebrating you. So what I want us to do is I want us to leave comments about times in which maybe you've recently accomplished something, whether you've reached a new financial milestone, maybe you got a raise or a promotion at work, you got a new job, whatever it may be. I want to celebrate you for your success. So please leave us a comment so that way we can show you some love. Also, y'all know that on this platform, I promote other business owners for free. So let's talk about how you could get involved on that. Now, before we get into today's topic, y'all know I got to go over a few house rules. I got to make sure that we all come with our minds right for tonight's topic. So as always, y'all know I strive to give y'all as much free game as possible. All I ask in return is for these three things. Number one, no bad energy. We don't always have to agree. We don't always have to see everything eye to eye as we go through these topics. But please keep it respectful and let's keep it positive. Y'all know I am very adamant about having positive Black male media. And I want to make sure that as we produce this show, it paints us in a positive way. I don't want us out here looking ghetto, ratchet, hood, etc. There's already enough of that. And so I ask respectfully that we keep everything civilized in here so that we can show the world that we are serious about supporting each other. Now, the second thing that y'all know that I want is to keep the engagement going. Y'all know I love to see these comments. Y'all know I love to see y'all chiming in. Thank you so much, Yasha Allah. Glad to see you on today, sir. I really want y'all to cam up with me. And important is that you keep the likes up. One thing that is very important is that you keep the likes up. So if you are just now joining, welcome. Please make sure that you smash that like button on the way in. I always want to keep the likes above 50% for the show. This just tells YouTube to keep promoting this platform. This lets YouTube know that y'all want to see this show on air. And as always, like I tell y'all, man, the super chats keep the show going. So if you like what this show is about, if you love and appreciate the content, then please give something in return by making a donation via super chat below. This will tell YouTube that this is a show that we want promoted throughout our community. If you want to keep positive Black male media going, then please donate, because this is the only platform where you're going to find financial, spiritual, and communal empowerment all in one show. So please donate, because if you don't invest in positive Black male media, then nobody else will. And if you are tuning in after the show is over, then please make a Cash App or a PayPal donation. The link is in the description below. For those of y'all that are just getting on, once again, welcome. If you want to support the show by donating, please make your super chat below. All you have to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat. If you don't see it in your YouTube window, then just try to pull it up on your smartphone. When you look at the chat on your phone, a lot of times it'll show the dollar sign in the bottom right hand corner. So make sure that y'all tap that. Make sure that y'all show your support. This helps to keep the show going. And I want to give a few quick shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Timothy Cribbs for the $5 Cash App donation that I received yesterday. After the show, he might have sent it during the show, but I didn't check my phone until after the show. Y'all know I give y'all my full attention. So Tim, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, my brother. Thank you for supporting the platform. As always, I tell y'all, even if you donate after the show, I make sure of it that on the very next show, I make sure that you're recognized. I make sure that you're celebrated and acknowledged as a sponsor, because I don't take this lightly. Your support means the world to me. Thank you so much for helping to create a positive environment for our community to come together and invest in each other, so that way we can all learn and grow from this experience. I also want to give a special shout out to Royal Stitches Embroidery for sending a $10 PayPal donation. And really, more importantly than the donation, was a real heartfelt message that I want to share with y'all. Royal Stitches said, "Keep up the great work, brother. One stone at a time, you can build an empire, Lord's will." Thank you so much for that, family. I really appreciate that. Much love. May the Most High send you many blessings. Thank y'all so much, man. Really, really love and appreciate y'all for all of the positive support and energy that you bring to this channel. As always, y'all know I can't forget about my brother Yasha Allah now. I can't forget to give a special shout out to the brother Yasha Allah for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. As always, really appreciate your investment. Really appreciate your sponsorship. Thank you so much for keeping this show going. Y'all know without these super chats, there's no way I could continue to do this 6 days a week. I do this show 6 days a week, y'all. So please, let's keep this thing going. Let's keep each other encouraged. And y'all know, if there is a business that you want to promote on this platform, then please send me an email to uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. Send me your website. Send me all of the details about your business. I will promote your business on my show for free. Okay. This show is about empowering our community. This show is about us coming together as a network to create a digital Black Wall Street infrastructure online. If you are about supporting the community, then please, y'all, make sure that you send me an email. Let me know about your business. Give me your website, all of the details, how people can get in contact with you. And as soon as I receive that information, I will promote it on the very next show, all for free. Okay. As long as it is a good fit for this platform, I will be sure to donate it. So now, let me give a couple quick shout outs to my brothers and sisters that are in the house. Quick shout out to my brother, Rick Judah, in the house, all the way from Kentucky. Good to see you on, as always, King. Much love to you and your family. Glad to have you on the show for the night. Want to give another quick shout out to my brother Yasha Allah. You know, he's always holding it down for us as well, sponsoring the channel. Big shout out to my brother Shevis Watson, my main man out of Houston, Texas. Y'all, I'm so happy for this brother, man. I'm very proud of this brother, man. Y'all don't know this brother the way I know this brother. This brother done some big things with his life, man. And I really can't put through words how proud I am to see this Black man's progression. Keep focusing, Black man. We see you. We see you. Want to give a shout out, as always, to the sister Ariel. And I really got to pause, sister Ariel. I'm sorry. You're going to have to forgive me, because I think that I just saw a $20 donation from Roeda Chef. I think I've seen a ghost. This brother Roeda Chef is on the Uzziah show showing love. I'll be damned. You know, Black people is really coming together, supporting each other. This is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, my brother Roy the Chef, man. Peace to you, black man. Thank you for the support and love as always, my brother. And I always do want to point out as well, for those of y'all that like the Black Men's Career Apparel, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because once we reach 10,000 subscribers, you will be able to access the Black Men's Career clothing line directly under this YouTube video. So make sure, if you want the hoodie, if you want the shirt, if you want the Black Men's Career clothing line, then let's get these subscribers up to 10,000 subs. Y'all know I want every black man in America to see this show. Not because they got to agree with me, but I want them to know that the information is here. I want us to have access to the content. All right. So once again, thank y'all for all the support. Shout out to Nikki P in the house. Nikki P from Houston, Texas. House of Roy the Chef, that is. This is a beautiful family, man. I could do a whole show just talking about the family of Roy the Chef. Shout out to their son, man, Micah, the young god. Incredible family, man. Incredible family. But going into the show, y'all didn't come here to learn about my affinity for the young god. Y'all came here because you want me to talk about how to budget your money. How can we budget our money, my people? Y'all be making money and it goes right out the window. We spend over $1.6 trillion annually, and what do we have to show for it? We have to budget our money. Now, before I get into the nuts and bolts of how to manage your money, because I know ain't none of y'all doing backflips thinking about no budget, let me first tell y'all about why a budget matters. The benefits of having a budget is so important because budgets give you peace of mind. See, when you don't know where your money is going, that can be very stressful. Maybe your financial picture isn't where you want it to be, but you can't make sense of what's happening. You get paid on Friday, it's gone by Monday, and then you're back at the 9-to-5 job, slaving away, wondering when life will change. When you budget your money, you're actually getting one step closer to financial freedom. And in tonight's video, I'm going to show you how to budget with ease. Not only does a budget give you more peace of mind because you know exactly where your money is going, it allows you to keep your spending in check. Now, I got to make a couple examples, because I got to make this relatable to the people, one of the things that my brother Chevis and my brother Ro have always been good at is being get money brothers. These brothers, they know how to get to the bag. And I think the reason why this is so important is because they got a saying that it's not how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. The income that you generate is very important, but you have to know where the money is going. All right. So once again, if y'all are just joining, welcome to the Uzziah Show, where being young, black, and successful is celebrated. That's why you're here. If you're just joining, please make sure that you give me a like. Please make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. This will tell YouTube to be able to share this channel to more people. I had to turn on the AC real quick, y'all. Y'all know I'm about to start sweating in this hoodie. Y'all know how Texas get down. I'm trying to show y'all the Black Men's Career paraphernalia, but I'm putting in work trying to show this to y'all. So the benefits of a budget. You know exactly what's going on with your money. You know where the money is going. It keeps your spending in check. You know where you need to improve financially. See, a lot of us, we just guess about how much money we have going towards certain areas. Here's an example. You may underestimate how much money you spend on food every month. You go and buy groceries, you eat out every now and then, but you really take for granted how much that adds up over time. Maybe you are an impulse buyer and you don't realize how much money is coming out of your pocket every month. One big way that a lot of us get trapped up is we only tend to look at the dollar amount that's in the checking account on our online statements, and we tend to make financial decisions based upon wherever that number is. Please stop doing that, my people, because this becomes a primary reason why a lot of us end up going overdraft. You got half your money going towards overdraft every month. It's like you got a subscription with Bank of America. Stop doing that. Stop looking at just the dollar amount that you see in a checking account, because a lot of times we'll just look at that dollar amount and spend whatever is in there. So I know before I started budgeting, if my bank account said that I had $100, I'm spending at least 50. I'm using the number to dictate what my spending should be like, but the number that you see in the checking account really has nothing to do with your overall budget. It's lying to you because you're just looking at one number at a moment in time, and you may have forgotten that later on in the day, you have other money going to other places. You might have an automatic subscription to a particular business. You may have money getting pulled out for a rent or a mortgage. So the money that you see in your checking account is never completely accurate because money always comes and goes. That's why you need a budget. You need to know where you need to improve financially. And you also need a budget to allow you to set a limit on how much you can spend. And it shows you how much money you can invest towards your future. Now, if y'all were tapping in with me yesterday, I did a show on how to invest your money. I gave you a step-by-step walkthrough on how to get started when it comes to stocks, bonds, index funds, real estate investing, as well as cryptocurrency. If you didn't watch that show, make sure you check it out. And one of the things that I talked about in that show is if you're going to be a serious investor, you really need to know how much money you can put towards your investing every month. You don't just want to guess. You want to be able to know by analyzing the numbers, this is how much money I can afford to put in after I've covered my expenses. This allows you to pay yourself first. Budgeting allows you to make sure that you know how your goals are going. Maybe you have savings goals. I talked about how it's important to make sure that you have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. This makes sure that you have investing goals that you're reaching. A lot of y'all need to have a goal of paying off debt. That's what we're going to talk about in tomorrow's show. But whatever your goals are, you need to have a budget in place. And as you know, the majority of divorces in America today are due to financial reasons. Most people are getting in money fights, y'all. So let's do something about it, okay? So budgeting is so much better when you know where your money is going versus when you don't and you're trying to scramble. Let's talk about some maybe 5 key principles that you need to know when budgeting. Before I get into it, I'm going to check the comments. Why y'all not saying nothing? Y'all are so busy taking notes, y'all can't even comment on this chat room, huh? Let's keep the comments going. Let me know that you're here. Make sure you smash that like button if you're just joining. Make sure that y'all donate. Make sure that y'all keep this show going, y'all. Hit the dollar icon below to bring forth your super chat. If you want to do the Cash App, then make sure that you go to Cash App by hitting that $ Black Men's Career, or hit the PayPal information that you see on the screen. If you're watching this broadcast after I'm done live, then all of the information is in the description below. Now, let's get to the topic. The first thing that you need to do is decide if you want to budget your money the easy way, the more specific way, or the Black Men's Career way. Y'all knew I had to throw something special up in this thing. Okay, if you budget your money the easiest way, what I recommend that you do is go to mint.com. I'm pausing for a quick second because I do have a special treat for y'all that may be even easier than what I'm approaching here. But Mint allows you to budget your money with ease. It allows you to do it very simply. It is a free online tool. It is completely secure, and it shows you exactly where your money is going. You need to check that out. Mint.com. That's mint.com. Like breath mint, like peppermint. Go to mint.com. Thank you for leaving me a comment, my brother Eleazar. You said that you're here, you're listening. Thank you for tapping in with us, brother. Really appreciate your support. Make sure that you check out mint.com. This is a free online budgeting software. This will really help you get your finances together. Now, I want to say something when it comes to the subject of budgeting. A lot of y'all get discouraged from budgeting because it sounds like work, but there are a lot of easy ways to do it. And the way that you want to think about budgeting is if you can get in the habit of budgeting your money with ease, it makes things a lot less stressful than if you never manage your money at all and you're trying to number crunch all in one sitting. It's a lot like cleaning your house. You know, if you are a pack rat and you never clean your house, that one day that you finally decide to clean something is going to feel like an all-day project. It's going to be very stressful. But if you just do a little bit every single day, it's nothing but pure maintenance. That's what you want to do when it comes to budgeting your money. You don't have to spend any more than 5 minutes per day budgeting your money. So it's much easier than you think, my people. It's a free software. You don't have to pay anything to budget your money, but you need to get your house in order. Okay. Now, if you use mint.com to start budgeting your money, I recommend that you have 5 budget categories. You need to have one category for fixed costs, debt, savings, brain investments, and play money. I'm going to bring that again. Number 1 is fixed costs. Number 2 is debt. Number 3 is savings. Number 4 is brain investments. Number 5 is play money. Now, let me show y'all why I broke it down that way. As I said before, this is the simple route to budgeting. If you look at a traditional budget, it has a long list of expenses that are outlined. Y'all might not want to maintain all of these different budget categories throughout the month. It might feel like too much work. So the simple way for you to budget your money is to only track 5 things. All of your fixed costs, your bills, like your rent, mortgage, car note, insurance, put all of that in fixed costs. When it comes to your student loans, when it comes to your credit cards, put that in your debt. Okay, you need to start giving yourself different categories. You need to start giving yourself different categories so that way you know exactly where your money is going every single month. Okay, there's a lot of us that have debt that need to pay it off. That's the reason why I'm encouraging you to have a debt category rather than you just making the monthly minimum payment, because y'all know we're very good for that. We're very good at only paying the monthly minimum payment towards a debt, and then we wonder why these debts never go away. When you only pay the monthly minimum payment, that is the most expensive way of maintaining your expenses. That will not make you wealthy. So I strongly recommend that you create a budget category in Mint just for debt exclusively. Now, the way that Mint works is going to download all of your transactions. It cannot take money out of your account, my people. So don't worry. Oh, if I go on Mint and I plug in my banking information, is money going to get pulled out of my account? The only money that's getting pulled out of the account is the money that you pull out when you do your day-to-day spending. This just downloads your transactions, so it shows you where your money is going. Now, the reason why I like Mint outside of it being free is that it puts all of your information all on one page. I would put it on the screen, but I don't want to run into any copyright issues. I'm just calling out fair use. So the thing that you will notice when you get on mint.com is that when you set up your free account, it will put your cash accounts, your credit accounts, any of your loans, as well as your investments and other assets all on one place. It'll put it all on one page so you can see your entire financial portfolio. And the reason why this is important is because one of the things that Mint tells you is your net worth. It tells you about your assets minus your liabilities. And that's very important because a lot of y'all want to create generational wealth, but you have no idea what your net worth is. Your net worth is the difference between how much you own versus how much you owe. So let me give you all an example. As I went over in yesterday's show, I have investments in real estate, stocks, cryptocurrency, among other things. And I put it all on my Mint account so that way I don't have to go to 5 different investment websites just to be able to see where my money is going. I showed y'all yesterday, I have investment portals in Vanguard, in Coinbase, as well as Webull. Instead of me going from page to page, being all over the place, Mint will pull all of my data and put it all on one sheet so I can see my entire financial portfolio. I can see the market value of my investment property on Mint in one page. This makes things a lot more efficient. And it also tells you how your budget is supporting your overall wealth. Let me check out this comment section. Let me see if I got some comments going. Thank you y'all so much for the comments that y'all got going. If you're just joining, make sure that you keep those likes up. Also, once again, if you're just coming in, make sure that y'all show some love. Make sure that y'all give a super chat, y'all. All right. I know that y'all out there trying to get y'all budget together. But if you do like what this show is about, then please sponsor. Please sponsor. Y'all see we got Roy the Chef as a sponsor. We've got Yasha Allah as a sponsor, who is going to be the next sponsor of the Black Men's Career Platform. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. Thank you so much, Chevis, for outlining this for me. Really appreciate you, King. One thing that I want y'all to see is the 5 budget categories that I recommended. Okay, so Chevis put fixed costs, debt, savings, brain investment, play money. Also, y'all can see I got it listed as well. Okay, so make sure that y'all just write these down. You want to make sure that when you set up your Mint account, you make these the budget categories, because when you get into Mint, it's going to create budget categories for you automatically. And you may not want those categories factoring into your budget. Like, it's just going to give you a lot of generic stuff. This is my recommendation for you to have a very simple method, so it is easy and stress-free. Okay, now let me break down again these budget categories. Fixed costs, we talked about that. This is your bills: cell phone bill, internet bill, car insurance, rent. Your debt covers a debt that you owe: student loans, credit cards. God forbid y'all got payday loans. These are things that you want to put in the debt section. Savings: if you need to put money into your emergency savings account, then you need to have a budget in place so you can set money aside for that. There are a lot of us that have no money in emergency savings at all. If you don't take anything else away from this video, you need to work on that starting today. Because like I always stress to y'all be in such a rush to start investing your money. But if you have nothing in emergency savings, then what happens is whenever you find yourself in a jam, you're having to take out debt in order to cover the costs. And I want to give a quick shout out to my brother Chevis Watson, man. Peace to you. Thank you, Black man. I appreciate all the support. He said, peace to the truth, House of Chevis. Brother been rocking with me for a long time. Thank you so much. Make sure that y'all keep the donations coming, y'all. This keeps the show going. If y'all want to see this show going live for 6 days a week, then please donate to the platform. Now, again, when we talked about these different budget categories with fixed costs, debt, savings, brain investments, this is you investing in yourself. This is you investing in books. This is you investing in training programs. This isn't you investing in going to conferences that will help you level up in your life. The reason why I created this as a budget category for y'all is because most people only allocate resources to things that maintain their life rather than upgrade it. Most people only put their money towards things that keeps them in the exact same place. Think about the spending habits of the average American. You get money, you put it towards rent, you put it towards mortgage. Your house is not changing. Wherever you live right now, that's where you are. So when you put money towards that, that's just maintaining your current lifestyle. You put money towards food. You put money towards transportation. These are things that you need to maintain your livelihood, but it doesn't actually take you to the next level. People spend all of their resources putting themselves into liabilities and not assets. And what I'm telling y'all is that if you want your life to get to the next level, you have to create a budget category where you set money aside for you to level up. I'm telling y'all, this is the key. Y'all want to know the key? This is the key. This is something that they never teach you in school. And it's something that's very simple, but people don't do it. If you only put your money into things that have you out here living check to check, your life ain't never going to get better. You are a part of a system that wants to keep you broke and struggling for the rest of your life. So even if you aren't where you want to be financially, you need to set aside just a little bit of money every single month, so that way you still have a way to be able to learn new skills to get to the next level. Out of all of these budget categories that I've listed on this page, the most important out of all of them is your brain investment. But of course, the one that y'all like the most is play money. This is the category that allows you to be able to do the things that you want to do. So when you go out and buy new clothes, that's play money. You know, when you go out to get drinks with friends, that's play money. You know, play money is just you having a casual way to spend money. And it's very important for you to have this budgeted, because when you don't, you may overspend and not think about it. You need to be able to get into perspective how much money you can have towards your play money and just go from there. And actually, believe it or not, having a play money budget is quite liberating. I say this because, you know, in my household, me and my wife, we typically live a fairly frugal life. As Roy the chef will tell you, I don't spend a lot of money buying the latest gear to floss. I like to play things more in the background. However, play money allows me to determine how much money I could spend on new clothes if I want to, how much money I could spend, you know, maybe going out and getting some food rather than just, you know, eating stuff at the house from the grocery budget. Whatever you want to use your play money for, that's what the budget is for. You decide that, and it lets you know how much you can put towards your recreation. All right. So having a budget doesn't mean that you can't have fun. It means that you are very conscious about the kind of fun that you want to have, and you set money aside for that because you know that you will want to indulge throughout the month. That's one thing that I really want to stress to y'all. It's important that you have this budgeted. So that way it tells you, hey, you can do, some of the things that you want to do, but do it in an organized way so you can take care of business also. Okay. So that's the deal in terms of you budgeting your money. And I showed you the first way, which is through mint.com. The second way, which is the more specific way, is through a software called YNAB. You need a budget. Now, this is for those of y'all who want to get a little bit more specific on where your money is going down to the cent. So on mint.com, you saw I had these 5 categories, right? Where I talked about debt, fixed costs, savings, brain investments, and play money. When you do it in that simple way, you're still lumping a lot of different transactions into a few budget categories, but you may not know what that all consists of. So I give an example. Let's say that you have 10 different fixed costs. You may have mortgage, homeowners insurance, auto insurance, etc. But you may want a better view of how much every expense actually costs. If you just total all of that into the fixed costs, you're going to get one total number, but you may not know exactly how much each transaction is. Some of you may not care about that. You only care about the total number. If that's the case, then go with the Mint. But if you want the more detailed analysis, I recommend you using a platform called YNAB. You need a budget. Now, the thing about YNAB is it does cost. It's somewhere around like $75 per year. I personally use YNAB and I get a lot of value out of it. But maybe for some of y'all, especially just starting out, you don't even know if you can stick with a budget yet. For those of y'all that really are just looking to build the discipline of budgeting, then you can start out for free on mint.com. I'm just throwing different options at y'all so that way you kind of get a feel of which one you want to go with. Let's keep these comments going, y'all. I know we're talking about, a topic that y'all might be taking notes on, and I know budgeting is not always the sexiest thing to talk about. But let's keep these comments flowing. Y'all know my second house rule, keep the engagements flowing. If you're just coming in, welcome. Make sure that you smash that like button. Let me know what your name is, where you're coming from, so that way I can show you some love. Now, the third option, I got something for y'all. Y'all know I come bearing gifts. Y'all know I strive to give y'all the best free game every episode. So with no further ado, if you want the done for you budget, I'm giving y'all a budget that I've created. This is the Black Men's Career Budget. All right. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to just put this on the screen real quick. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to pull it up right now. My computer is acting a little funny style. Y'all going to have to bear with me. Thank y'all so much for joining. Welcome. All right. I'm going to share this real quick just so that way you can see it. I'm going to share it real quick just so that way y'all can see it. Let me know when you can see my screen. Hopefully, you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, then this is the Black Men's Career Budget. So I've put together a done for you system. I've already put the expenses in here for you. Your mortgage, your rent, your groceries, your transportation costs, your utilities, your saving, any debt that you have, clothing, play money, personal care. I've done it all for you. And the thing about this is you can just input all of the information. And as soon as you input all of the info, it will tell you exactly how you are looking when it comes to your money. Okay. So I want y'all to notice one thing here. For example, y'all see that I have like a savings area. Are you saving enough? Y'all see I have a starter emergency here, for all of you to set as a goal of $1,000. But maybe perhaps, let's say you make $5,000 per month. Okay. So as soon as you put in $5,000 a month, it's going to tell you that you have $5,000 in total income. And if you have a rent of $1,200 a month, as you can see, it's already going to tell you how much cash you have available. Now, it's also going to tell you how much money you need saved up in a good emergency fund and an ideal emergency fund based upon your cost of living expenses. So you can literally just come in here and just start plugging in numbers, make it realistic based upon how much money you actually spend. And that will really go a long way towards managing your finances. Y'all know I love my people. Y'all know I do this for the culture. I set up a done for you budget, giving all praise to the Most High. So that way, all you have to do is just open the file and start typing. You don't even have to set up a new account. You ain't got to pay nobody nothing. All you got to do is open the thing up and just put in the numbers. And as y'all can see, I put in a couple smart money rules here for y'all to remember. Rich people invest, poor people splurge. Plan your budget before the month begins. Everyone in your home must be on the same page for the budget to work. A lot of free game as always, man. So if y'all want this budget, make sure that you send me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. I'm going to put that information on the screen for y'all right now. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Send me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com if you want a free copy of the Black Men's Career Budget, y'all. This is the easiest way by far. Okay. Sheva said, super document. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that support. Yasha Allah says, to put your plan in action to success, you must have a budget. Absolutely. I mean, unless you stupid rich, you really need a budget. And even for people that are stupid rich, some people spend so foolishly, they lose everything that they have. I'm going to say this again. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. There are a lot of people that make high incomes, but they spend beyond their means. And so you really need to have something that allows you to keep your spending in check every month. The key to you investing is your budget. The key to you saving is your budget. The key to you buying that house is the budget. The key to you going on that vacation is the budget. The key to generational wealth is the budget. So please, if you want in on the budget, then just make sure that y'all send me that email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com if you want the budget that I have set up for you. If not, it's cool. You could always go to Mint or YNAB and you will be good to go. Now, let me take a quick pause. I need some comments. I need some more commentary, and y'all know I need these super chats. Y'all see how much I'm putting into the show, y'all. Y'all see the work going on behind the scenes. I do not just show up at this show and just start freestyling this. I value your time. Please value mine. Show me that you appreciate the effort going into these shows by making a super chat donation. All you have to do is hit the $ in the live chat window below on YouTube. And make sure that if you are watching this show after the live broadcast, you either send forth a Cash App donation or a PayPal donation. The information is on the screen as well as in the description below. Now, Crypto Enthusiast, I like that title, says rich people are that way because they have a budget. Absolutely. That's how a lot of people got rich, is because they budgeted their money over time. I showed y'all in a show last week, the average millionaire is 59 years old. So think about how many decades they were budgeting their finances and investing over time to get to that level of wealth. Eleazar also said, also have patience. It took me years to learn this. Absolutely. And that's why one of the things that I want to tell y'all is it's going to take practice over time to get good at your budget. You know, I'm still mastering a budget on my end, but I'm going to tell you all this right now. And I'm not going to tip my hand too much for tomorrow's show. So I'm going to save some of it. But I could not have gotten out of my $95,000 in student loan debt without a budget. And I'm going to be giving y'all more of a play-by-play on how I was able to accomplish that tomorrow. Okay. So the next thing that y'all need to know as y'all are joining and as y'all are smashing that like button and as y'all are super chatting is that when you set up a budget, it needs to be a zero-based budget. What I mean by that is every dollar needs to be accounted for. You need to plug in, like I showed you on the screen, your income minus your expenses. It needs to equal zero. So if you are budgeting in Mint, you need to put how much money is going towards your fixed costs, how much money you're going to put towards your debt, how much money you're going to put towards your savings, your brain investment, and your play money. You need to pull those numbers from your income. If you make $5,000 a month, you need to start allocating that $5,000 all the way down to zero in the different categories. You need every dollar needs an assignment. Okay. Don't just let your money be in limbo before the month even starts. I'm talking like this month, right? The month of September. Try to have your budget set up by the 28th of this month. So that way, when you get into October 1st, you already know how to set up your money. You know, some of y'all, you may set up the budget right now, and that's incredible. Do it. But you've probably already started spending money for the month, haven't you? You probably already got expenses going places. A lot of y'all had a 3-day weekend. So it would be good for you to budget your money before the month starts. So that way, every day can go towards you working your plan. This goes right in line with what Yasha Allah just said. He says to put your plan in action to success, you must have a budget. What is your financial plan? I have a plan to get out of debt. The proof of that is my budget. I have a plan to invest X amount of money. Every time I have a financial goal, the budget always comes first. Thank you so much, my brother Eleazar, for the $20 super chat. Your sponsorship means the world to me, King. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you and yours. Thank y'all so much for all the support, y'all. I really appreciate it. I do not take these donations lightly. It is much needed to keep the show going. If you want to see positive black male media like this on, make sure that you leave a super chat or a donation. Eleazar says, I like that. Every dollar needs an assignment. Absolutely. This is you putting your money to work. We always talk about making your money work for you. Making your money work for you starts first with a budget. Now, I'm going to start putting out the Cam Up link so that way y'all could just kind of get in here and get comfortable. I really want to start getting y'all's feedback on this budget, and I would really love to start answering some questions that you have about you budgeting your money to help you reach your financial goals as quickly as possible. Okay, so I talked about that zero-based budget. Every dollar needs an assignment. You need to make sure that however much money you make per month, you have a series of expenses listed out to go with that. So let me go back to this. Okay. Before you even get started using a budget, you really need to get clear with where you are on paper. So what I mean is your budget is your income minus your expenses. And another big thing that I forgot to tell y'all earlier, for those of y'all that want to go the route on Mint, Mint not only tells you what your net worth is, it also tells you what your credit score is. So again, you'll get a complete financial picture all on one page, because Mint will tell you the status of all of your accounts. It'll tell you your upcoming bills. It'll tell you what your credit score is, as well as your net worth. And when you can see that all on one page, you can start making better financial decisions to increase your worth and wealth over time. Okay. So list your income, y'all. When you start mapping out like how much you need to put in on your budget page, like a lot of y'all saw what I shared with y'all about the urban money, but the Black Men's Career Budget. Let me show y'all that real quick. Let me show you that. I'm gonna go back to it again, so that way we're just all on the same page. Okay. So when you look at this budget, right? When the question is posed on how much money do you make per month, in order to know that, you got to tally that up on your own. This might consist of your paycheck from your 9 to 5. This might consist of side hustle money that you got coming in. It might consist of your spouse's income. Like, this might consist of a lot of things. Some of y'all got residual income, like juice. So whatever your financial picture looks like, that's how you really need to structure it. Add up every dollar that you get and then plug it into the budget. Likewise, when it comes to your expenses, make sure that you write all of them out. Make sure that you know all of the bills that you got coming in, all the money, and where it's going. And you want to make sure that based upon whatever your income amount is, you want to start inputting information here around your budget. And if you use this budget, it'll tell you how much money you have available. So you want to stick to this budget and say, okay, I have $3,300 available. I'm going to put that towards debt. If you are using the mint.com budget that I told you about, you're already going to put in a certain amount in the debt right here. So if it was me and I had $3,300 left over, but I was trying to get out of debt, I would just plug in 3,300 right here. See, that'll put you right there at a zero budget. Okay. And one thing that y'all will notice that is also good about this Black Men's Career Budget is that I have already calculated the ratios and the percentage of how much each budget category represents your total income, showing you where you may be overspending in certain categories. So I'll give an example. When you look at this mortgage rent category, if you make $5,000 a month, but your mortgage and rent is $1,200, you're starting to get a little bit high on your housing expenses. That's the reason why it shows 24%. An ideal number would be around 20%. So if I were to set this at $700, you will notice that the number has changed. And y'all see that I have a key here to show you. Green is for you're spending well below your limit. Yellow is that you're close to your spending limit. So this is reasonable spending in this area. Red represents you spending too much. So if you make $5,000 a month and you spend $300 on groceries, you're okay. If you make $5,000 a month, but you spend $700 on, you spend $700 on groceries, then you may be spending a little high. But y'all don't mind that. I'm gonna make sure that y'all get the file that you need. As you check, send me your email, tell me that you want it. It's gonna give everything exactly as necessary. Okay, so thank y'all once again for joining. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining, make sure you smash that like button. We've been talking about how to budget your money, y'all. You got to know that your budget amount changes every month. Okay, so you need to have the proper allocations ready. What I mean by that is don't think that you're just going to do a budget for 1 month and then it's going to be set it and forget it. Every single month, your budget is going to look a little bit different. Some days, some months, you may travel more than others. Other months, you may have holidays that you're celebrating. Some months, Like for me, for example, I know that in the month of March or April, I'll be celebrating the Lord's Passover. So that means that I need to set aside maybe $1,000 just for all of the expenses that goes into it. If I go camping, if I celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles, then I need to have a certain amount of money set aside for that. Sometimes you guys may be in hot climates, like I am here in Texas. And during the summer, your electric bill could get close to $300 a month. That's going to be different than if you're in the fall, where you might be able to cut your expenses in half. So again, don't think that this budget is just a one-time thing. It's going to be something that you're going to get familiar with every single month. If you are married, there needs to be an agreement concerning what the budget is going to be in your household. Okay. You need to make sure that when you set the budget, it's followed and the other person is not spending out of control. Now, last little bit that I'm going to say on this, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions, especially if y'all want to cam up. Leave your emotions out of your budget. Do not make this an emotional decision. Your budget is a business decision for you and your family. Your budget is the roadmap to financial freedom. This is your blueprint. This is your strategy. Every month that you make good decisions with your budget, you're getting one step closer towards financial freedom. Every month that you make bad decisions and don't even use a budget, you're pulling yourself backwards. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. So leave your emotions out of it. And you need to take some time out of your day, a couple days before the beginning of the month, to make sure that you have budgeted your money correctly. Remember, y'all, as soon as you start, you may not be the Michael Jordan of budgeting right out the gate, but give it some time and you will get better. So that is how to budget your money. Do I have any questions? If you're just joining, thank y'all. Welcome. Make sure that you cam up. I want to start seeing some questions, y'all. Stop being so shy out there, man. Let me know where y'all are at on this subject. Leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all thought. This is the Q&A portion. If you want me to show you how to help you budget your finances in the easiest way possible that works for you, then please make sure that you click the link that's in the comments below where it says cam up. Make sure that you hop on, because I definitely would love to receive some feedback. Make sure you send me some comments. Also, big shout out to my sister Ariel for the $10 super chat. My sis Ariel, thank you so much. Please make sure that you send me an email. I want to send you the Maximum Productivity Masterclass for free. Compliments of the company, just as our way of saying thank you for all of your support. Really appreciate your sponsorship, my sister. Definitely don't take it lightly. Many blessings to you and your households. I pray that everything is still going well in Louisiana. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Now, questions, y'all. Questions. If you're just joining, make sure that you smash that like button on the way in. If you like what we're talking about and you want to see this show continue on, make sure that you smash that like button and also bring forth a super chat. The super chat is by you tapping the dollar icon directly below the live chat. And as soon as you do that, that will allow us to donate. I'm surprised I don't see my brother Yasha Allah camming up. Y'all know Yasha Allah usually always cams up. I see him in the comments section. I'm kind of surprised I don't see the brother Shevis camming up. You know, he's always getting on camera. Y'all get on camera, man. Why y'all so shy tonight? Don't none of y'all want to talk about budgeting? I know it may not be as much of a hot topic as other things, y'all. But see, these types of discussions, this sets you up for everything else that you want to do. Like if you don't know how to invest and you want to learn investing, start by budgeting. because you'll know how much money you can put towards your investments every single month. Y'all not trying to get on this camera, man. Y'all not trying to get on this camera. I'm going to send y'all these 2 free stocks, though, because you know that I love y'all and I want y'all to be as successful as possible. So, as always, this is sponsored by Webull. My brother Rodney, thank you so much for that $5 super chat, King. Good evening to you, my brother. Peace and love. I pray that you had a blessed weekend. I pray that your week is off to a hell of a start. You said, good evening. Everyone start investing with the super chat. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, my brother. For everything that comes out in these shows, there's no reason why we should not give back to the platform. As I always continue to tell y'all, this is the only platform where we talk about how to put on for our culture while also talking about the finances and the spiritual side of things. If y'all want to see this show on air, please leave a super chat below. My brother Rodney, please make sure that you send me an email so that way I can give you a copy of my premium masterclass, the Maximum Productivity Masterclass. I want to gift that to you, my brother. I want to give that as a token of my appreciation and love to you for all of the support that you have shown me throughout the show. I definitely love and appreciate y'all as sponsors. So please send me an email so that way I can have your information and I will send you a copy of the masterclass on the house. Now, Eleazar says, brother, why do other investors and budget teachers say it's bad to pay off my home? To me, I say it's good. I don't understand why they say this. Yes, great question. So the reason why most financial gurus will say that it's a bad idea to pay off your home, for one, is because maybe they're speaking from a credit perspective in terms of your FICO score. Sometimes it's good to have a existing line of credit going. So that way, if you try to buy something else, your FICO score will credit you because you have an open account. When your credit score is factored in, they factor in not only how many open lines of credit that you have, but they also want to see how you are paying that bill from month to month. So to just kind of break this down for you real quick, if you don't have any credit at all, like if you don't have a mortgage, if you don't have a car note, if you don't have a credit card, then the credit bureaus will tend to look at your credit history as having a thin file. Sometimes when they factor in scores, they want to visibly see, okay, Eleazar has this account open, he's paying on it, so this shows that he still has an active line of credit. So here's one thing that I'm doing right now. Right now, I have a credit card that I never use except for like a Netflix subscription. I'll put that credit card on auto pay. And so every time that auto pay transaction happens, it's showing the bureaus that I pay my credit on time every month. Now, see, if I had no credit card or any credit history at all, then my score might be lowered, because in order to get your score high, like if you're trying to get in the 700s and 800s, you have to be able to show and prove that you have successfully paid off your credit over time. Okay, so just wanted to be able to throw that out there for you. Another thing that I want to talk about on the subject of why do investors and budget teachers say it's bad to pay off your home is because you also want to consider the opportunity cost. So I'll give an example. My investment property has a $100,000 mortgage remaining at a 2.6 APR. Okay. There's a 2.6% interest rate on this investment property. Now, with the same $100,000 that I could put towards paying off this mortgage quickly, I could put that same $100,000 towards an index fund that I was telling you all about on yesterday's show about how to invest. And typically, the index fund that I was sharing with y'all typically might make anywhere between an 8% return or higher on average per year. So it's $1,000 that I could put towards an investment that's giving me an 8% ROI, or I could be putting my money towards $100,000 towards a mortgage that only comes with a 2.6% interest rate. So I would actually be wealthier if I put that $100,000 towards an 8% return on investment vehicle rather than putting that $100,000 towards a 2.6% interest APR. It's a matter of investing. It's of your interest rates. It's a matter of numbers. Another thing about that investment property example that I just threw out there is I don't necessarily need to be in any rush towards paying off my mortgage on this investment property because my tenants pay down the mortgage anyway. So I'm not going to pay for it, especially whenever I get my next property that I'm planning for, Lord will, next year. This will be a fully occupied property. So this will pay for itself just by having somebody occupy it. So I won't need to be in any rush to pay it off. However, there is also an upside that I also want to pursue in time concerning paying off your home, which is very good. And this is where you have to make the decision for yourself. Paying off your home really gives you incredible peace of mind, because when you pay off your home as quickly as possible, if you decide to stay there, then you pretty much put yourself in a position of financial independence. You have financial independence whenever you have enough money on a recurring basis to be able to cover your bills without you not having to work like that. So the reason why paying your home off at the right time, the right way is amazing is because if you already have like passive income coming from other places, if you already have your mortgage, which is typically most people's highest expense, paid off, you could live a pretty good lifestyle for a relatively low cost. Like I know multimillionaires that live in really nice homes that have an amazing lifestyle who have the expenses of a person on the poverty line, because since they've paid off their house and paid off their cars, the only things that they are paying for is their food, their water, and their electricity for the most part. And they can do whatever it is that they want to do. They never stress about money. That's definitely something that I want to do over a certain period of time. So, Eleazar just threw out there, yes, peace of mind. That was what I was thinking. Absolutely. I mean, to be able to own a piece of property outright, you don't have no mortgage. Man, that frees up a lot of cash flow. And the only thing that you're paying for now is the property taxes on that property. So, in discussions like this, y'all, I want you to understand that it becomes a matter of personal preference as well as a matter of timing. Some people will choose to put $100,000 towards investing rather than paying off their home quickly because they're not as bothered by the debt as long as they can maximize their net worth. Other times, some people, they value peace of mind over everything, which is an amazing gift to have in this life. As stressful as things can be in this life, man, having peace of mind is priceless. So if you're okay with paying off your home early at the expense of maybe how much money you could have made in the investment markets, then by all means, give yourself that peace of mind, man. And listen, I want to get like you one day. That's definitely my goal over time. And to be quite honest with you, I've gotten accelerated on this investment property payment. Just this past month, I threw over $3,000 in a principal reduction on this investment property because I also want the peace of mind myself. So, this is something that I enjoy. But like I said, it depends on your personal preference, what you prefer for your household. Y'all know what you prefer. Some of y'all, debt really stresses y'all out. So your focus needs to be on getting rid of debt at all costs. For some of y'all, you're just trying to maximize your net worth to be able to maximize your generational wealth potential and you like looking at the big numbers. So investing might be the strategy for you. One thing that I will say to just kind of close all of this out, studies show that the average millionaire in America has their home paid off in their 40s. And by them paying off their home at that age, they typically take the money that they would have paid towards their mortgage and they put that towards investing at a higher amount, which allows them to be able to really, really build a fortune. So there's more than one way to do it, y'all. Really, as long as y'all are in the game, doing something progressive, that's the main thing. I'm not going to say any one way is the way to do it. Here's what I'll tell y'all. The way that I am currently doing it is I'm trying to put myself in a position right now where I can get my next investment property where I see myself living for at least the next 10 to 15 years. That's what will give me the ROI for the next property. You need to stay at the property for a period of time or hold on to that investment property for a period of time in order to cash out really on your ROI. I'm going to retain this property. I'm going to get another property, Lord willing. I'm going to seek to stay at that property for the next 10 to 15 years. But while I'm there during that 10 to 15 years, I really would love to be able to maximize my investing and also pay off both of my properties, because the peace of mind that would come from maximizing my investments on top of having my mortgages paid off early, for me, that would be amazing for me. I want to be one of those guys that has a solid income, but my expenses for the most part are very low. And this is something that we may talk about another time, financial minimalism. Like the people that are really out here getting it, they typically only live off of maybe 10% or 20%, just to be able to stash away the remaining 80 to 90% of their money. Okay. But this kind of goes back to another subject of we need to make sure that our financial offense is very strong. A lot of y'all, you need to raise your levels of income so that way you're not always in an either or dynamic. If you made $500,000 a year, let's say, you might not be in a dynamic of having to choose between one strategy or another because your income would be so high that you could do both. So both work hand in hand. The defense comes in when you're budgeting. I always tell you all about the financial offense side of things, which is why I always stress the importance of you starting your own business. So that way you can have a better control over your wealth. Now, Rodney's asked, the 6-figure masterclass program was amazing. Hey, thank you, brother, for checking that out. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. What is the best platform to start an online educational program? Really great question. I'm a big fan of ClickFunnels. Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels is absolutely amazing. And the reason why I celebrate that is because ClickFunnels allows you to have your landing page, your course, along with your email series all in one program. A lot of times when you're trying to build courses online, you have to work with one company to do like your web page slash landing website. You have to work with another company to do, where you're going to have your course. And you got to work with so many other companies in terms of your shopping cart info and all of that. ClickFunnels puts all of that in one place. So that is what I personally recommend. ClickFunnels is $97 a month for their standard package. If you want to take the simplest route, that's the way that I would personally go. But, there's a handful of sites that you can't go wrong with. Another website that a lot of people use is called My Kajabi. I'll just start putting some of these things out here for you, Rodney, so that way you know what it looks like. My Kajabi is another online course type thing. And some of y'all, I don't know like what type of level y'all are trying to do these online courses on. But ClickFunnels and My Kajabi is more so for people that are really trying to make a lot of money in online business. I was going to mention that Udemy, but the thing about platforms like Udemy or Skillshare is that you're going to walk away with less money there potentially because their programs are lower priced and the platform walks away with more of a cut. I believe there's another site called Teachable as well. You see, so that's the reason why I kind of mean like, some people, they do things like on Fiverr, they do things on Udemy, they do things on Skillshare, but some platforms, the people who typically make the most money on online platforms are those that built the platform themselves. And that's the reason why it's talk about ClickFunnels and My Kajabi, because it gives you the opportunity to build your own interface so that way you could have your own setup. Udemy is very good, however, because Udemy is good for people that already want the traffic to be there, for people who are looking for your skills. So I'll give an example. If you, Rodney, have a certain skill that you want to show people, but you're not looking to make an entire business out of selling this course where you have to start, generating traffic and, get leads to the page and all of that, Udemy is good because the traffic is already there. They're already coming to the page with the expectation to see, who has content that people want to absorb. This is just like how I tell you guys about Amazon. A lot of guys, they run their businesses directly off of Amazon because they don't want to go through the hassle of trying to build traffic from the ground up. They want to go to places where the traffic is already there. So you just have to ask yourself, hey, do I want to sell maybe a smaller priced product where there's already a lot of volume in the traffic, or do I want to sell a higher priced product, but I have to build my following from the ground up? You really need to think through those things because the strategy will dictate which route that you're going to go. I hope that makes sense. So my brother Yasha Allah is on. Thank you, my brother, for blessing us with your presence. What you got for us tonight, sir? I can't hear you, sir. I'm sorry. Let me unmute you.
Shalom, big brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good to see you as always. How you doing?
I was out a couple of days. I'm about to freeze up. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh yeah.
And,
Okay. I'm keeping you in my prayers, my brother.
and everything else. But I can say about the budget. A lot of people don't know about the budgeting. Like me driving a truck, my budget is very high because these parts cost a lot of money.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I take anywhere probably $200-300 a week just for my set maintenance fund to the side because it's too expensive.
Hmm.
All changes, labor work, parts, it's just too expensive. And a lot of people come to this business here, they don't realize that. Well, I just buy a truck, dude. What's warranty? What's so and so? Tires is $300 by itself, just one tire. You got
Right.
eight. You got eight. You know what I mean? You got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tires. If something happened, brake drums. I mean brake chambers. And they don't realize, they get frustrated. Do you save any money? No. You didn't budget nothing? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I get paid, like I said, I don't live off a lot because I put my house away. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. I got my truck. This is my truck. Until next year, then everything be coming down on my payments and my repair bill before I got a loan to redo my motor. So I'm budgeting that, like you said, you know what I mean, for that action I'm taking later on. But a lot of people don't. The budget is very, very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. You know, oftentimes we don't realize that the easiest way to make a couple $100 a month is to budget. Because when you actually start budgeting your money, you'll say, well, man, I didn't realize I was spending maybe 100 or 200 more dollars on food than I thought I was spending. So when you budget, it feels like you just got a $200 raise. When you budget, sometimes you travel and you don't realize how much goes into your travel expenses. By you doing this is the fastest way for you to be able to make more money. It's all your money. It's all right there. But by you having better management of the money, it has a way of going towards the things that you want it to go, whether that's towards investing, it goes towards paying yourself first, staying in your pocket. A lot of times we tend to think external. Oh, the reason why, I'm not where I want to be is because I'm not making enough money. I showed the article last week of how 60% of millennials that are making six figures and up are living paycheck to paycheck, all because they don't have a handle over their budget. They are spending their money so wildly that no matter how much money they make, it's still coming at a loss. They got a high student loan bill, they got a lot of debt, and they feel like, oh, well, because I'm making six figures, I can spend money the way that I want to. That's another big trap. And most people never realize that the more money you make, the more likely you are to overspend. Listen to what I just said once again. The more money that you make, my people, the more likely you are to overspend. Just think about it psychologically. When you are at the bottom and you know that you don't have nothing, you're always penny pinching. Like I remember growing up, my mama wasn't buying me Jordans. We was going to Payless. The come up at Payless was, you get the Sonic the Hedgehog sneakers. So it wasn't no, hey, you getting the name brand cereals. Nah, you getting the you just getting the bag. It don't even have a brand on it. You know what I mean? So it's like when you don't have a world of money, you're a lot more conscious typically of the little money that you have. Does that make sense? But when you start making more money, you start feeling like, hey, I made it. I'm making a certain amount and it sounds good. This is what I need to be I can spend on whatever I want, because you get the paycheck and you're like, again, you look at that number that's in the bank account that lies to you, and you're like, oh, look at that. There goes $5,000. Let me go shopping. Let me go traveling. Let me go and buy a new couch. Let me buy a new TV. And this is what ends up happening to us. We lose our money. This is why we're living paycheck to paycheck. So that's definitely one important factor. Real quick, let me throw this out here as well, just to acknowledge the super chat. Thank you once again, my brother Rodney, for the $5 super chat with the question included. Greatly appreciated, sir. He says, one more question. Would you recommend a Wix website? Thank you for the consult. I really don't recommend Wix websites when the objective is making money online. I really don't recommend websites in general when the objective is making money online. I recommend using funnels. One thing that we have to understand about people's buying behavior online is that when you create a funnel, it gives people one specific action to take rather than going on your website and randomly browsing. So let me give y'all some free game on how to make money online. Okay. So let me show y'all something real quick. Y'all just bear with me now. Y'all just bear with me. For those of y'all that are trying to be business owners, y'all really need to be giving a shout out to Rodney, because he's really helping y'all get some game right now that's going to be really, really important. So I'm going to compare two websites with you, Rodney. I'm going to compare my brother Aman. Thank you for joining, King. Good to see you on as always. Make sure that y'all are smashing that like button if you're just coming in. Make sure that you donate to the channel by bringing forth a super chat. That's what keeps the show online, y'all. If you're watching this show after the live broadcast, make sure that you bring forth a Cash App donation or go to the PayPal. The information is on the screen as well as in the description below. Now let's get back to this free game. So Rodney is trying to, do some things online, and excellent. I'm glad that you're taking action on this, my brother. You definitely need to set this up for yourself so you can get some big results. So there are funnels and there are websites, and it's very important that you guys know the difference when you're trying to do business online. So let me show you a website. Okay. I'm gonna show my screen. I'm gonna share my screen real quick so that way y'all can see this, and hopefully you get some value from it. Again, this is for all of my aspiring business owners. This will be very valuable. This will be a golden gem for a lot of y'all to get down. You need to make sure that y'all are taking notes on this, because this is really key. Okay. So I'm sharing with y'all my website, right? This is Black Men's Career. My website does not make me money. My website simply tells you more information about me. The reason why I say that the website doesn't make me money is because so much statistics show that a lot more money is made through funnels rather than websites. Let me tell you the reason why. When you go to blackmenscareer.com, you're just searching around. You're kind of just navigating, you're browsing, you're just trying to feel things out. And it does not necessarily lead towards one specific action. Like you could go to my about page, you could go to my free tools page, right? Like you could go to all of these different pages. The job of a website is to educate. It's to provide a series of options for your learning that is available to you, but it is not optimized for sales. The type of platform that is optimized for sales are funnels. Let me show you guys what a funnel looks like. And for those of you guys that are watching this, does this make sense so far? Like, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is when you go on a website, part of the reason why that's not the number one way to make money is because people can go all over the place. You're giving them a million different options. And a lot of studies show that the more you give people options, the more indecisive they become, right? It's like if you go to a drive-through and there's 1,000 options, at the drive-through window, it becomes harder for you to make any one purchase decision because you are inundated with a lot of options. The reason why I have a website is because if somebody, let's say, sees one of my ads and they say, hey, this guy's name was Uzziah, or I heard about something called Black Men's Career, even if they don't know how to find Black Men's Career, if they Google Black Men's Career, it's going to point them to my website, which will then eventually direct them into other places. The website is not the money maker. The money maker is in the funnel. The reason why the money maker is in the funnel is because I'm directing my viewers to one specific action. Let me give you guys an example of a funnel. Okay. So this free webinar is an example of what a funnel looks like. I'm giving you guys my free webinar on the 3 keys to financial freedom. Learn how to stop trading time for money and be your own boss. Now, when y'all come to this page, you will notice there are no other links to go to other pages. The only action that you can take is to watch the video that tells you more about this masterclass, or click the button that says get free training now. You see, so when you enter in this information, the only thing that you can do is access the training. So we're going to look at this in real time because I just want to be as valuable to you guys as possible. Y'all know I love y'all, and I'm really trying to put y'all up on game to help you do the things that I do. So when you click this button, which is the only button available, you've now signed up for the masterclass, and the only thing that the person can do is watch the masterclass. They're not going to be all over. They're not going to be hemming and hawing. So if you are a mechanic and you want people to, buy like a mechanic product, instead of you being all over the place saying, hey, come to my home page, come to my about me page. Instead, you've created a funnel where when they come to your specific page, the only action that they can do is either take one step further towards your, how to be a mechanic training program, or they don't. It's very clear cut, and it's very cut and dry. Another reason why your funnels are so important rather than just pure websites is because when someone comes to a website, you have no way of knowing who is interested in your company. You can get traffic and hits to your website all day, but you don't know the contact information of people who may potentially want to do business with you. If you guys watched my shows last week, one of the things that I talked about when it comes to you setting up a business is that you need a way of being able to know who's interested in your company, because they may be genuinely interested, but they may not have the money to buy right there in that moment. So how do you keep contact with people if they're interested, but they can only pay at a later time? See, if you only have a website, then people will come to the website and then they get off, right? But there's no way of you being able to engage with them at all. But if you have a funnel, which starts off with a landing page like this. Again, if somebody is genuinely interested in my business, the only action that they can take is to click this button. When they click this button, they're going to put in their name and their email. So it gives me an opportunity to stay in contact with them. You know, maybe for some people, they're interested, but they want to see more from me. They want to see more of my content. Maybe they're meeting me for the very first time, and maybe they are not convinced that I have the answer to their problem. So by me only giving them this one button, I'm saying, hey, if you want to get my help, here it is. Let's just not hem and haw around. When you scroll through this page, see, this looks like any other page on a website, but the difference is there's no about me page, there's no contact me page, there's none of these random behind pages. There's only this button, this video telling people to hit this button to watch the masterclass, me telling people what they're going to learn in the masterclass, and the button all over again. This leads to a lot more qualified leads than me just having a random website where all people do is just, you know, kind of come window shop and bounce without, you know, any kind of purchase or any contact information for me to keep in touch with them as a potential lead. How was that for you, Rodney? Does all of that make sense? I hope that it helps. And again, you know, if you guys want me to kind of go into further detail on a subject like that, feel free to shoot me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. And I'll make an entire episode about it. If y'all want me to talk more about that, I would love to be able to do it. You know, how to set up your first funnel, how to be able to set up your online business the right way. You know, like I said, man, I'm not trying to hoard all of this knowledge to myself. I'm trying to give it back to y'all. You know, all I ask is that y'all share these videos with other people who would learn from it, because I'm a firm believer that this helps us give back to our community so we can create generational wealth. By you knowing the ins and outs of how to do business online, this really helps us all elevate. You know, this is us really being able to pour back into our culture. So Yasha Allah says, I've seen that a lot, a funnel, and I didn't even realize it. Absolutely. Yes. Funnels are the name of the game, especially if you're in business. Like I said, the website, I get emails a lot where people want to interview me. I just have the website so that way I can already point them to like my About Me section, a press release page. I just use the website if somebody is trying to do maybe some research on me before they turn into a customer. The website is purely informational. It is not a sales-driven platform. If I'm looking to generate leads and create sales, I'm going to build a funnel, because I'm not going to run an advertisement and then put them to a website, because I don't even know who's coming to the page. If I run an advertisement to my business, I'm going to point them to my funnel, because that will allow me to understand the type of traffic that is coming in. Okay. Ariel says she's learning a software called Splunk that tracks data. Yes. Let's get into this, my people. Let's make sure that we learn these things, man. There's so much opportunity that is out here, but we just have to learn how the game is played. You know, a lot of us got a lot of talents and a lot of gifts, but we may not know the steps on how it is done. My brother Shevis, I see him in the waiting room for the cam up. I don't know if he's still available or not. If you are, King, throw yourself on camera. And I'll be sure to add you in. For those of y'all that are just joining, thank y'all so much for the support. Please make sure that you smash that like button on the way in. Also, if you like this content that we talked about, then please, y'all, show me some love, man. Give back. I do this show 6 days a week at 7 p.m. And I would really appreciate y'all's support by just giving a donation via Super Chat. All you have to do is tap the dollar icon directly below this live chat box in YouTube. Any donation that you can give will be greatly appreciated, my people. As y'all can see, I really try to give y'all as much value per episode as possible. So I think I gave y'all the 2 free stocks a little bit earlier. If I didn't, let me put that back up there. Y'all know Blackman's Career is sponsored by Webull. We give 2 free stocks every show for those of y'all that are trying to get into the investing game. Make sure that you check that out right now. Okay, sign up, get your 2 free stocks. Also, if you want to check out the free masterclass that Rodney was just referring to, I've put together a free masterclass on the 3 keys to financial freedom. As Rodney said a little bit earlier, he really enjoyed it. He said the 6-figure master program was amazing. What is the best platform to start an online educational program? If y'all want to check out my free webinar on the 3 keys to financial freedom, then make sure that y'all check out the link. It is in the description below. Okay. Free masterclass, 3 keys to financial freedom. Okay. I put that in the description for y'all. And as y'all, I'm sorry, I put that in the comments as well for y'all. It is in the description, but the brother Rodney said it's a must see. Check that out. The webinar is totally free. Make sure that y'all soak up this game. All the information is out here, y'all. You know, they got a saying, in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. I give y'all so much game that is so far beyond the things that y'all learn in the school system. It's here for you. All you got to do is soak it up and apply it. Make sure that y'all super chat. Make sure that y'all give a Cash App. Make sure that y'all give a PayPal. The Cash App information as well as the PayPal is on the screen as well as in the description below. All right, Chevis, welcome. Thank you for joining, my brother. What you got for me on tonight's topic?
Oh, brother. Hopefully, the light can be sufficient for us. Man, what a topic, right? I remember about 10 years ago, right? I don't know the myriad of conversations we were having, but you really broke it down. The difference between fixed cost and variable cost.
Yes.
And, you know, outside of the truth in the scriptures, man, that was probably the greatest gift ever given to me. That's kept me alive. Being able to discern between what's core basic and what's flexible.
Right.
Baylor University never taught me that.
Absolutely. If you wouldn't mind real quick, King, if the music could be paused, that'd be good, just to make sure that YouTube don't copyright claim me for the license on the music.
Word. Yeah,
y'all know
man,
YouTube be coming for me.
Such a vivid topic, very core basic to us as brothers and sisters. I don't know if there's a truer statement in where we are as Black folks. If there's no core truths in the budgeting or the spending and understanding of the fiscal earning thereof, no matter what we're doing, then we'll see celebrity take over. We'll see severe loss.
You got a flashlight on or something? It's a light right at the bottom corner.
Yeah, it's dark out here, man.
Oh, okay.
Doing some work.
Oh, no doubt. Okay.
But I've been in a multitude of spaces with Black folks, and as soon as there's a talk about the budget and the money, that's usually when the purpose is lost. And so this has been a really good conversation, because over the last 10 years, I've seen you really quantify what you were saying back then with the actions that you've taken. And so the masterclass is peace. Any of you watching, join me in completing every module. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out how to apply it into our businesses, our practices, the way we treat each other. You know what I mean? Like yesterday how to invest, now how to budget. It's been peace, man. Tonight's been great.
Thank you, my brother. Really appreciate your support. And just so that y'all know, our brother Chevis is talking about the 0 to 6 figure masterclass. That is my premier program where I show you how to create generational wealth and build passive streams of income so that way you have assets to pass down to your family to build a legacy. Very, very, very important program for those of y'all that are not on it. I recommend, check out the free masterclass on the 3 keys to financial freedom. And who knows, maybe in watching that masterclass, you may learn more about how to join 0 to 6 figures. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to tonight's show, man. I'm really, really, really excited to have y'all on as always. If you're just coming in, make sure you smash that like button. We almost out of here. So if y'all was planning on giving a donation, please make it happen now, my people. I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you for keeping positive black male media afloat. This is not easy, y'all. It's not easy to do a show 6 days a week. A lot of y'all, y'all had today off. Sunday I've been working, Monday I've been working. It's a daily hustle. And for those of y'all that know, I'm also the leader of True Spirit of Christ Church. So Saturdays I hold down the ministries there as well. I work 7 days a week. I do everything in the spirit of the love for my people and the love of the Most High. And y'all make this work worth it, because there's no one else that I would rather pour into than you. So please, my people, if you like what this is about, man, support the movement. Make sure that you donate. The Cash App is on the screen. The PayPal is on the screen. If you want to donate via Super Chat, please hit the $ icon directly below this chat. Tomorrow's show is going to be how to get out of debt, y'all. I'm going to be walking y'all through how I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. And I'm also going to show you all about another time where I paid off $80,000 in debt that y'all don't know about. This is going to be the very first time that I've talked about this online. So make sure that y'all tune in. I'm going to be giving out a lot of gems as always. Thank y'all for your support. Thank y'all for the donations. The brother Aman said, yeah, you be working, brother. Hey, man. Just trying to do what I can to provide for my household and provide to the nation. The scripture says, if a man provide not for his own, especially they of his own house, he've denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. When the scriptures talk about if a man provide not for his own, especially they for his own house, it's letting you know that you provide for more than just your household. It's just that you especially look out for those that are in your house. So y'all within this community, y'all are a part of that own. Y'all are a part of this community. And I try to provide as much information to you as I can, so that way y'all can build up your respective households. As I said, these shows are 6 days a week. It is definitely a grind. So if y'all love what this show is about, if you love the content, make sure that you please donate. Once again, tomorrow the show is going to be about how to get out of debt. If you want to build wealth, y'all, you got to get out of debt. So make sure that y'all tune in. If you know anybody that needs to hear this on how to get out of debt, make sure they tune in also. If they have questions, make sure that they're on live. If you have questions, make sure that you're on live. If you know somebody with a business that wants to see it promoted, make sure that they are on live as well. And as always, if you have any ideas for any future topics that you want on the show, please send me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. Let me know the show idea, and I would definitely consider it to put it on a upcoming show. This is not for me, y'all. It's for the community. It's for our people. So whatever it is that you want me to talk about, I'm here as a vessel. Okay. I love y'all. I appreciate the support as always. If you have a business that you want to see promoted on this channel, send me the information. Send me your website. Send me all the details. Let me know what you want me to promote on your behalf, and I will promote it, Lord will, on the next show. Thank y'all so much, as always, for all the support, man. Hopefully, y'all had a great weekend. Hopefully, y'all have an excellent start to this week. As the brother Rodney said, everyone share with at least one person for starters. Please do, man. We got to get this word out, y'all. We got to get this word out with what we got going on over here, man. There should be a lot of people tapping in. So thank y'all for the support in advance. And Lord willing, I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Love y'all. Keep pushing.